Hi, I'm Khushbu, and today we're going to talk about my critical thoughts on spirituality. But first, let me give you a disclaimer here. The things that I talk here are completely my own perspective, my own stance on things. We all are constantly evolving and changing our mindsets according to situations and circumstances, and even the people that we meet. So, our mindset keeps on evolving. These are my thoughts at this particular time. So, I've made some list of things that I would like to talk about today. So let's get on with it. Firstly, spirituality is not religion, but religion is a path towards spirituality. A religion gives you a certain kind of discipline that you need to have in your daily life, like getting up in the morning, thinking about God. But thinking about God is completely thinking about yourself. And um, God also, it changes according to person. God also, like I might relate a certain God, like maybe I relate Jesus Christ with courage, or yeah, maybe I relate Jesus Christ with that, and I might relate another God with something else. So it's completely what you perceive that particular God as. So when you do sadhana, or even chanting for a particular God, what comes what comes is different for different people, because what you perceive a God as, uh, that things will be awakened within you. And so, that's what I felt in my entire journey up till now, that it depends on people and it's different for different people. But religion creates a certain kind of discipline in your life, which is very important. And sadhana is also not completely spirituality, to be very honest. Sadhana is a way towards spirituality, way towards breaking the illusions, way towards reaching that point where your own astral body is light enough to take that level of frequency where you can rise further and talk about your soul and get to the consciousness level. That's what I felt in the journey. Like another thing is, I, I mean, this is very controversial according to the timelines, but what I feel is, a long time back in Hindu mythology, there was a Mahabharata, which happened between two groups of people, right? I think Ramayana is after that, because it was between Ram and Ravan, right? Between two individuals. But today, what is happening is the Mahabharata, or the fight between Ram and Ravan, that is happening internally in our minds. So it's very important. I also sometimes think about wars. Why are wars happening? I think it's mostly about most of the people not getting to their own truth, manifesting a war. And I also think about how, like innocent people also die. That's what is happening internally, that we are uh, creating a war inside us, inside our own thoughts. And your own innocence is being tamed in it. I mean, I interpret it like that. I've given it a thought, and like the thing that I could come with was this. And I mean, when I went through my spiritual awakening journey in the beginning, like I used to get, when my electrical body got activated, I used to get magnetically attracted to things, like to words also. Not even words, like if there is a word, to specific letters of the word to create a sentence for me. So these were messages. So I was thinking, like, we are constantly manifesting things, whatever we are seeing. That's why most of the people, most of our parents only say, like, don't go to certain places, don't go to a kind of environment where it's not likely for you, because these things you're constantly manifesting in your life. So that's what, every action should be intentional, every action should be with good intentions. Last night I was watching this some podcast of Shah Rukh Khan. So he was talking about, he was talking in such a way where, and he spoke all these things long time back, and right now we are seeing the same things that is happening. Like, he in fact told, like, I'll be the last of the stars. And now, like, with time we can see that it is all related to our chakras. It is all related to our chakras, which is higher than religion. It is about consciousness. So like we say, your third eye is the eye center of breaking your illusions, your wisdom, like generating wisdom, seeing the world through a viewpoint of energy, seeing the world through a viewpoint of your innocence or your own purity. So when that chakra, third eye chakra, is active, or it's balanced, recalibrated already, then whatever you say becomes reality. I mean, that is the specificity of it as well. When you, like, all our chakras are always active. Like, people have this misconception that, only with Kundalini awakening your chakras get active. No. I mean, what I felt, because with my spiritual journey, always comes Kundalini awakening, like we say. But I feel that Kundalini is always awakened within us, like Kundalini is always awakened within us, because without the throat chakra activation, I would never be able to speak in my life. So the chakras are always there. But the recalibration that needs to happen, that we all should do with a particular alignment, particular practices. That's why sadhana is also a form of recalibrating your own uh, chakras, so that it balances, and you take away all the illusions and act according to what you truly want to. Yeah. And another thing I wanted to talk to you about, people generally have a misconception about a spiritual journey and general life. Like, maybe they talk spirituality in a different mindset and money in a different mindset. Maybe they talk about uh, family life in a different mindset. Maybe they talk about friends in a different mindset. But what I felt is like, our entire life is actually spiritual. Everything from the breath we take, because this, the breath that we have, it's an energy which we cannot see actually. So uh, so it's a prana, the life force, right? So that is also God energy. Without that we would not be there. So spiritual life and general life is not different. It's actually one and the same thing. We just feel that certain spiritual, like, some people do a lot of puja, ritualistic prayers, and some people do manifestations, some people do yoga, some people study, some people do their own business, some people go to work. And all these things, every moment of your life is spiritual actually. So that's a one misconception also, that we are like, general life and a spiritual person is very different. A person who is not, who might not be very religious or spiritual, or who might not even have knowledge about his own soul, or what or these things are there, might be doing very good in something, because his frequency is getting along with that. He has that frequency of maybe probably doing business, or maybe doing very good in other things. But when he does that business also, maybe he's doing that business with a very pure mindset. Maybe he really got it from his soul intuition, or maybe he listened to all his intuitions, or all his, he worked hard for it. So working hard also comes with that soul frequency. What you're good at eventually comes to you. So yeah. And another thing I wanted to talk about is, people mistaken spiritual journey, sadhana, and kundalini awakening in a very different light. What I feel, I mean, what I went through is, your sadhana is getting to that level where your life force, or where your astral body is light enough, right? When you get a kundalini awakening, when the universe starts talking to you, then the kundalini automatically starts recalibrating itself. And it's just a way how universe shows us that it rises, but it does not rise in a line that it goes to seven chakras like that. It's always all the chakras are somehow active. And it's mostly, what I felt is like, two of the chakras always recalibrate or balances itself at one point of time. So, but it's a very, very painful journey. Like, your body also has to be ready to take that kind of energy. It is like, I remember when I first had this felt this energy, I could not walk for 3 4 days, because the lower part of my back was hurting for like 3 days. So it was like such a painful experience, that your body, mind, and soul, and like, all the thing together has to be ready for it. And eventually, our entire journey, we are here to clear our karmas. So an entire journey leads to that only, where you break in through your illusions, and then, start doing your, you realize what you are really meant for, and then you start doing your soul mission. And our mindsets are always changing. I mean, for me, first, in the beginning, I used to think that, God is a physical object, like we go to temples. And then my own realization was that God is within me. And then later I started feeling God is in every being. Like when the kundalini starts reaching your head, the sahasrara, like you feel like water is flowing through your head. And then uh, it's a very difficult journey, because I mean, you've never felt that before, and suddenly you start feeling all that, you feel like you're going mad. So when it reaches here, that is the point where you feel that thing, like where you get into the unity consciousness. You start feeling like everything is spiritual, or like God is within every human being, or even every particle, maybe this shirt I'm wearing, maybe my hair, or in everything, maybe even my phone. So yeah, and then come, like my perspective became that what I'm good at, I mean, I should share it with the world. That's expressing, before starting this YouTube video also, two of my chakras were like, I could feel two of my chakras recalibrating, like my throat chakra and the solar plexus chakra. Solar plexus chakra is actually related to the courage, the gut, okay? And then throat is when your throat chakra recalibrates, you'll be able to speak your own truth, or express, and like you can have effective expression of whatever you feel, or whatever you think. And so yeah, that's what I wanted to share. Most of the people, they say that, uh, ये तो सब मोह माया है, like that, no, they say like money is moh maya. They say like a certain thing, like maybe buying a house is a moh maya. But actually it's not the reality, like what I felt now, what I feel now, right now, is that nothing is momaya, to be very honest. For a very long time, what my reality was, a very astral reality, like my dreams, visions, or the messages that I get from the universe. But now I feel whatever is inside is also external. So we are all one. We are all one. So internal, external, everything is your reality. Because you are living a life where we all live at multidimensional levels. We live through our dreams, visions, or we live through our past. Some people also live through the past, and our own circumstances, situations. So everything is real actually for that particular person. It might not be the same viewpoint as somebody else, like the perspective might differ, but it's actually one and the same thing. So I think like that is also one thing I wanted to talk about. And another thing is like, healing. Actually, healing is also it's not per se healing. It's just, lightening your body, astral body, so that you get into this unity consciousness and remember what your soul, the purity of your soul, and what you're truly good at, or what you truly came here to do. I mean, that's what it's actually, the remembrance of your soul, and another thing, important thing I wanted to talk about in this age is about masculine and feminine energy. Through my journey, I felt like constantly God was guiding me to balance my own masculine and feminine energy. Okay, so every human being has both energies, but it's just that some energy is more in certain people, and the other might be less, or might be balanced, or whatever. So uh, like, and also another thing, like a female like me doesn't mean that I am like my feminine energy is more active, or a male person in his body does not mean that his masculine energy is more active. Energies don't see genders. Gender was given to us for our karma, because we had to come to this universe and feel a certain complete a certain karma according to the genders also. But like the energy does not differentiate between genders. It can be like I might have more masculine energy, or the other person who is a male can have more feminine energy. So it's all energies. So like when we talk about balancing our feminine and masculine energy, see, feminine energy is your emotions, your intuition, your the creative force within you, the life force. It relates mostly to your lower chakras that we say. So, and feminine energy is also your money. Feminine energy is also your money, also your luxury, also, the creation, like, people who create a lot of business, or people who might go through a lot of like life changing situations from rags to riches or whatever have a very balanced feminine energy, because their root chakra, the Muladhara chakra, is very stable, it's balanced. When your root chakra also relates to your safety, security, safety, security does not just mean about your money or other things. It also means your safety in expressing yourself, safety in your own body, safety and security in your own life, that is also there. And another thing is about abundance also, because the Muladhara chakra is the creative life force. When it balances, then most of the problems in the world, like in yourself, gets dissipated. So yeah, and the masculine energy is someone who wants to take action, someone who wants to chase his goals, or his or her goals, and someone who wants to uh, rule the world, or have a perspective, express himself in a direct sense. Like the feminine is more expressing to creativity, but the masculine is the action. So when it balances, then you come to this point where, like, you're following your intuition, you trust your intuition totally, but you're also taking action. Because I, through this journey, also went to this point where I realized like there was a timeline, 2 3 months of time where my feminine energy I had healed, like completely. I feel where my I had completely surrendered to my emotions, and I had most of the things that I had to deal at that point of time, I dealt with it, and I had no anger. I had no I had no emotional, like I had emotions, but I was validating my emotions on my own self. So I didn't need validation from a lot of people. So for 2 3 months, I went into this phase where I thought, like, I mean, why would I work hard? Why would I do certain thing? Like, because I don't have to prove anybody. But then when my masculine energy got stabilized with time, that with the intuition, the action should also be there, because we are here to do our fulfill our soul mission. We are here to express ourselves the way we can do best. It can be different for different people. Some people might be doing like creative arts, some people might be in music, some people might be a good leader, some people, I mean, it's different for different person. So yeah, so it's always the energy, and it's very important to balance that energy uh, through different means. Yeah, that's what I feel. And I think this is all I would want to talk about at this particular point of time. And if you want to know anything more, then please let me know. I would like in the comment section below. I would be really really happy, and would want to create more content and more things about what I really think. Yeah, thank you so much.